Hello everyone, good morning and welcome to our training on Salesforce Marketing Cloud. Today we are trying to discuss on filtered data extensions. Okay, let me start sharing the screen. And here I would like to go with what is the date today? It is May 1st, 2024, and today we are discussing on filtered data extension. Okay, this is what the plan is to discuss today. Filtered data extension. As we know that people will be getting your notes. Today we are discussing filtered data extension, that is May 1st, 2024. With respect to filtered data extensions, filtered data extensions can be created from standard data extension, standard DE. This is very important. Filtered data extensions can be created from standard data extensions. Okay, in future you'll learn more on that. So very important point. So filtered data extensions, FDEL, call with this. FDEs are rule based, or you can call it as criteria based. Very important, very simple. Create FDE from standard data extension, SDE. Point number 2, cannot create FDE from FDE. Means you cannot create filter data extensions from filter data extensions. You cannot create filter DE from filter DE. Okay, you cannot create filter DE from random data extension. I call it as RD. FD stands for filter DE, SD stands for standard data extension. What we cannot create is, you cannot create a filter data extension from random data extension. Point number 4, cannot import data into FD. SFMC query activity cannot have FDE as target DE. Okay, I know this might be a bit confusing at this stage because still we have not discussed about query activity, which is in Automation Studio. Just a point which came into mind, which I have to specify. Okay, FDE is created automatically from standard DE after creating filters. You learn this as and when we progress. FD is created automatically from SDE, that is standard E, after creating the filters. Filters, nothing but rules. You can call it as a rule or criteria. Okay, remember this, we cannot import. Many people doesn't know this. By default, FDs overwrite the data each time when refreshed. There are a couple of other points which we will learn as and when we progress. As and when we progress, we will keep on adding points to this one. Create an FDE from SDE. Cannot create FDE from FDE. Cannot create FDE from standard data extension, that is random data extension. Sorry, random data extension. Cannot import data into FD. SFMC query activity cannot have FD as the target DE. You'll learn this as and when we progress. FD is created automatically from SDE after creating filters. By default, FD override the data each time when refreshed. Each time when it is refreshed. So these are the points to remember. So basically rules. So FDs are point and click tool. FD is created from drag and drop or point and click tool. Point and click. Okay, you'll see this when we start building it. FD is created from drag and drop tool or point and click tool. FD, okay, that is filter data extension. Anything else which I need to add? As usual, FD can be standard. FD can be sendable, non-sendable, testable, non-testable. All there. After creating FD, rules can be changed and refreshed. Okay. Some points which are important. Filter data extension, for example, how do you create? So it's a rule-based one, and very, very importantly, can be created from one and only FD. Cannot create from multiple SD. SD stands for standard data extension. So SD, FD, and RD. When I start using this word, you should be familiar. It is standard data extension. FD stands for filtered data extension. RD stands for random data extension. Standard data extension, filtered data extension, and random data extension. These are the things which we people have to remember. So I know on day one, we might not be in a position to recall all these points. Some points you will learn it in future. There are a couple of more things to learn with respect to filtered data extension. Basically, today's we will be concentrating on how to create a filter D with simple filters, and we'll modify some of the values in it. We'll see how we can do that. Okay. So today we are discussing on filtered data extensions, more, and more. Okay. Very important. And with respect to filter Ds, so you'll be having three things to remember. So what do we need to create a D? To create a D, we need field, we need operator, and we need a value. So remember these three forms. We need field or fields, we need operator, and then we need a value. Example, gender is the field, operator is equals, value is male. So try to map this one. Field is gender, operator is equals, value is equal to male. You can have n number of examples like this. It can be simple, it might be complex. Okay. Operator. What is the field? Field is your column in the data extension. Operator depends on data type. This is very, very important. I discussed on this previously. If you have not watched that video, please try to watch it. Depends on data type of the field. This is very, very important for everyone to remember. Operator, it purely depends on data types of the field. That is the reason you have to be very clear in creating your data extension, specifically on the data type. If you are storing the wrong data in wrong data type, if you're storing data in wrong data type, operator will vary, which you will see in action, and value is value. Value, what to check in the field. What to check in the field. It might be one value, it might be more than one value. So field, example is gender, operator is equals, value is a male or M, whatever. Okay, this is about three things to remember: field, operator, and value. So you can have and or combination. You can have and or combination. So example, I want to go with example number 1. Gender is equal to male and country is equal to India. It can be any number of examples like this. Depending on your scenario, how do you want to filter and when do you want to filter? The question is, why do you want to filter? Let's take an example that there is a Women's Day which is coming up, and I want to send, or a company wants to send an offer email for all the women so that they get an offer of 5%, 10% in the upcoming purchases. Let's take an example of a cosmetic organization or a cosmetics company which wants to send an email marketing wishing them happy Women's Day. So we would like to celebrate with you people, and you can purchase with us. In your next purchase, you will be getting a 5% off. Okay. So what should be the value? We are selling it to female, right? We want to send an email only to the gender female because we want to send out an email on a Women's Day. You can bring a lot of examples like this based on your use cases. So we can achieve all these things. Very importantly, we should be very clear on what is the field, what is the operator, and what is the value. And now let's take an example that we are trying to sell a product in a specific city. I'll take an example that city is equal to, okay, because it's only one city. So let's take an example that in Bangalore. When city is Bangalore, we want to sell a product, a specific product, or city in, it's more than one. So I want to go with the city Mysore, Bangalore, and Hubli. There are 3 cities, and yeah, I want to. So operators. So this keeps changing. So we'll learn more and more examples. It will help you to showcase more and more examples on this. Very good. So this is about filter. So we'll see this in action. First, how it is created, the different ways of creating it, and then we'll be doing some examples on it. Very good. Thank you very much. I'll be stopping this recording. When you get a chance to read this, please read it. Try to practice more with 1FD. Try to keep on practicing all these things. Then you'll have more familiar information